Car accidents can change your life immediately. At one point, it's your normal everyday life going on, doing the things that you normally do. You're then involved in a car accident, and all of a sudden things change for the worse immediately. You're needing medical care, you don't know what to do, your car's damaged. You need help dealing with all of those things, and you need to get a lawyer to help you. Generally, my clients come to me in a confused or questioning state of mind. They don't know where to turn. They don't know how to handle their car damage. They don't know how to get medical treatment that they need sometimes if they don't have medical insurance. So we're trying to help alleviate those concerns. You as a client may sustain many different types of injuries in an accident, from something fairly minor to something fairly major. You can have a whiplash neck injury to a major head trauma, which could result in what we call a TBI, traumatic brain injury. You can have broken arms, you can have internal injuries, legs, you can have many types of injuries. We see it all. The insurance companies go in dealing with you when you've been involved in a car accident is to settle your case as quickly as possible and lowball you. They'll want to settle your case within 2 days after a car accident. They'll send you a check that might be for $1,500 and hoping that you will go away and that you won't contact a lawyer. My goal is to maximize your recovery, to evaluate what's happened to you, evaluate how it's affected you in your life, what your medical situation is going to be. Many times you think that you're recovered, okay, I'm feeling better, and all of a sudden symptoms from your injuries start popping back up weeks, even months after an accident. So you need to get legal advice and don't let the insurance come in and quickly try to lowball you with a quick settlement. Well, generally the damages that are available in a car accident are called compensatory damages. And compensatory means compensating you, the client, for whatever injuries you have. Generally, you think of pain and suffering. You think of lost income that you may have. You think of the cost of your medical bills. You think of the cost of repairing your vehicle. You may hear about punitive damages. Those normally are not available in a car accident. That's for something that very egregious, where somebody probably has almost intentionally harmed you. Sometimes the other party involved does not have insurance. Everybody is required by law in Texas to carry liability car insurance, but not everybody does. And sometimes they let their insurance lapse. And what we do then is look to your own insurance policy. And it's called uninsured motorist coverage. When you have an accident, a car accident, with an uninsured motorist, you're actually suing your own insurance company on your own policy under the uninsured motorist coverage. I think my past clients and current clients would say that I'm very involved in their case, that I know what I'm doing, I'm very experienced, that I've given them good advice, I hope to give them good advice. I think they trust me, and trust between a client and the lawyer is probably the most important thing. Client communication is very important. It's important for me to get back to my client as soon as possible. I try to get back to my client. If they call me that day, I'm trying to get back to them that day. Sometimes that's difficult because sometimes you're off in court or meetings or that sort of thing. But I am very mindful that a client, when they call me as their lawyer, they're wanting to know something. And when people want to know something, they're entitled to get an answer back as quickly as possible. So I'm going to try to get back to you, the client, as quickly as I can. I'm a small firm. I'm what we call a solo practitioner. I have assistants, but I'm the only lawyer in my firm. I've got other lawyers in the same building with me that I consult with, so it's not like that. It's just me. Sometimes I step next door and talk to another lawyer and say, hey, give me your advice about this. I feel like it's a real advantage to the client being a solo practitioner because I'm personally involved in their case step by step, all the way through from calling our office the very first time to taking your case to court. My firm is different in the respect that I have been practicing for 40-something years. I have a lot of experience, and what I think is a real advantage to the client and the difference in my firm and others is that I have practiced on both sides of the case. And by that I mean I've done defense work, I now do plaintiff's work, I'd handle people cases. I don't represent companies, I don't represent insurance companies, I represent the people. And I think I'm different in the respect that I have that experience that at one point in time I did represent insurance companies. It's 20 plus years ago, but I know what to anticipate that they're going to do and can be a move ahead of them at all times. During the initial consultation, I'm going to want to find out about you personally. I'm going to want to find out about your injuries and your medical situation, and I'm going to want to find out about the accident and everything involved. And to take it specifically, we want to know what doctors you've seen. We want to know what hospitals you've been to, whether you went to the emergency room. We need to know everything about your injuries and about your medical situation. I need to know everything personally about you, what kind of work you do, how often you work, what recreational activities you do, because I want to know how the injury has affected your life. And then I also obviously need to know about the accident and everything you remember about the accident. We will take it, we'll get an accident report, and we'll find out whether there's witnesses, whether you know there's any witnesses, whether you took any pictures. It's often a good thing to take pictures if you're able to. If your injury's not that bad and you're able to take pictures of the damaged vehicles at the scene, that's always very helpful. But I'm going to need to know everything about the accident. So basically, that initial consultation may take quite a while to go through all of that, but it's the essentials of everything that we need to know to start your claim of a lawsuit.